Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Beagle3280. Welcome you guys to the next episode of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 2 Insane Remake. So, last time we did all of Warp Room 1, including the boss Ripperoo. Now in this episode, we're doing Warp Room 2. Please forgive me, I didn't know that the volumes on the thing was so low last time, so none of the sound really captured much in the last video, just by having two fucking takes. But that's neither here nor there. So in this section we have Snowbiz, Air Crash, Barrett, Crash Crush, and the Eel Deal. Got a couple of colored gems in this area. I almost got a couple of extra gems in these spots too, so let's go ahead and hop into Snowbiz and get this warp room started. Unlock a new path by earning the red gem elsewhere. So we can't 100% this area, I don't believe we can. I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna try to do the box gem, but I can't guarantee we're gonna have results because if we need that red gem path, we can't do that. But I'm having a little bit of fun actually doing this series, but of course we're not, the hair rippings area just yet, so get ready for that. But this is just a holder of a Let's Play until I get everything I need for my other Let's Play, which I don't want to spoil for you guys, so I'm going to let you guys figure it out on your own. Right there we would have gone up for a red gem route, but since we don't have the red gem, we can't do it. And we can't cheese Snow Go like we could back in the original Crash 2. Let's get the red gem early, but it's fine. Holy shit! That was cutting it close there. So it's a bit late when I'm recording this. About, I think somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning. I'll make sure I got all these boxes back here, because I can't see very well in there. These icicles are going to fall from the ceiling. They are kind of a biatch, but nothing we can't win, nothing we never can, nothing we can't handle. As you can tell, the tiredness is starting to really hit me there. Yeah, I work every night except for the weekends. Speaking of the weekends, this weekend I'm hoping, which I'm going to understand if we can't do it because one of my co-people for the draft worked 55 hours this whole week, like for the entirety of the week. And if they can't make it, we probably won't do any Super Smash Draft, but I'm really looking forward to when we do Super Smash Draft because next up is Smash Wii U. The reason why we're only doing Wii U as opposed to also including 3DS is because my Citra emulator will not let me play Smash 3DS with certain characters, like being Shoal from Mario. The game will just endlessly be stuck in a loading screen. So, due to that, we're only going to be doing Smash Wii U, but they're basically the exact same game. There's just a couple of mode differences across both platforms. Yep, we cannot 100% this area because there are exactly 62 boxes that we cannot break unless we have access to the red gem path. Not a big deal. We can always, like I said, this game has a lot of requirements for backtracking. It's a very common Crash trope that you're going to backtrack in this game. Or even the Crash series in general, you're going to backtrack. Air Crash. Perfect run up to the death platform makes it... Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, so Air Crash has a new gimmick of the game called the death platforms. So, or the death routes. So the way the death routes work is that you have to play the level perfectly to that point, and you have access to a harder area. And these harder areas contain boxes, which are required for the 100% run that I'm going for. minus the relics. Well, I don't think relics actually count towards the percentage gauge, but in case I wasn't clear in my first video, I'm not doing the relics. So for some reason there is a platform in the middle of this water here. It's actually linked to a secret, which some people... This one is a bit more of a, like, in-your-face secret. Like, you could definitely tell there's something on it. Like, why would the devs put that platform there if it meant nothing? We'll be seeing it soon enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the death. I'm going to do the death platform, and then I'm going to, like, redo the level, like, up to that point. I might just cut out to where I got to there to save you guys a little bit of view time. So let this explode and get a path up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Alright, bounce. Oh yeah. It's all 8 boxes. Cool. That one used to trip me up as a kid. Which, by the way, in case you're curious about how death platforms are with bonus, if you die in the bonus, it does not affect your death platform. So don't worry about dying in bonuses. Oh, thank God. Okay, so we do the death route real quick. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we can actually get the box gem. Yeah, we can't get the box gem, I just remembered that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the gem in this area. Aku, are you feeling alright? It was upside down, do you guys see that? So I'm gonna ignore that box there, because I don't think we can get the box gem in this run. Let's go ahead and go to the death route again. Yeah, we can't get the box gem because you guys will see later, but we do have to backtrack. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab the gem from the death route in here, and then we're gonna go back to the main menu, or we're gonna go not go back to the menu, we're going back to the level warp, go back into air crash, and go to that platform that we just saw sitting there. And then we'll redo this level later on and we'll be able to do the box. Hope you guys don't mind those Steam notifications. I don't know why my Steam does that. I'm thinking about just turning it off when I do recording from here on. Since how I'm recording this is a really weird way. Because for whatever reason window capture doesn't work. That's like screen capture. So loading the warp room. So let's puke up our crystal and then pull that gem out of her ear. And ignore the crash dance. Just to show you guys, we're gonna play as Coco. So this platform over here, how do we get to it? Like this. Haha! First try. I thought for sure I'd have to at least try 2 more times, because it took me a little bit to get on my personal file. And that unlocks Snowgo. So yeah, you can actually go through this portal and get the red gem if you want to. But we're going to save that for later, because there are a couple other levels in this area, because it's a common trope that all Crash games have a secret warp area, secret warp room. The death route actually isn't required for the box gem, I don't think. So we're gonna do Barret. I used to love this child. Love this game as a love this level as a child. I said used to love this child as a game. Used to love this level as a child. The music is one big thing. The other big thing is polar bear riding. So we don't have a spin in this level. We instead just ride on polar and crash into crates. Just like his namesake. Yay. Ignore the seals here. Hit the checkpoint. You're gonna die. So I think there is unique death animations if you die as Coco. There's also achievements for dying as the characters of certain things. Jump over the whales. Checkpoint. Jump over this. I apologize if there are like dead air segments. I'm just really trying to focus. So there is a dash ability that they added to Insane, but most of the time you're going to get use out of that if you do the relic races, because the dash is kind of like mandatory for relics. Thankfully there are no death routes in polar bear in the polar levels. You don't have to worry about those. Fly off polar over to here. So if we smack the nitro detonator, it should take care of 12 boxes that we couldn't hit. All 45. Grab my box gem. Yeah, it becomes a lot easier to get the box gems on levels when you have levels like that are easy because you don't have to worry about so much extra shit. But the later levels are going to get a lot more painful with these box gems, especially in the second to last warp room. Oh my gosh, that is total fucking hair ripping. I would, have giant things on, like giant bumps on my head, and I would be bald and bleeding if I was a hair ripper when it comes to this bullshit. In those late games, like I said before, it's not pretty. These late games, whoever designed this ideology of having the boxes like that needs their ass kicked in Minecraft. But we're not gonna worry too much about that. I died. I don't know what it is, I just can't come with commentary right now, and I really do apologize for that. I was thinking about doing the thing, and by the time I finally got around to recording everything, because I was trying to make a program. You see, I'm wanting to do something with Super Smash Draft, like something similar to like how randomizers have trackers for progress. I want to make a tracker-like program with buttons on it with characters' head icons, so I can just outline those in team colors, so we know who's already been taken and who's not been taken yet. But the problem is that when I don't know how to program that kind of thing, because I never really learned how to use Python growing up. I do know how to do some code to a very minimal extent of how to code, because I bought some code books because I wanted to build a Discord bot. But coding is literally one of the most complex things I think I've ever tried to learn. It's not like impossible to do, because anybody can learn how to do anything if they put their mind to it. But I was using ChatGPT to teach me how to use Python, and I was becoming more and more confused by the minute. So I just gave up entirely on the project. And I just said, fuck it, I'll just make like a online collage or something, and then I'll work out the bugs later. Or what I might just end up doing is I might just end up breaking and just asking somebody online if they can help me make one if it requires me to pay them. I will figure out a payment arrangement to get that done, because I would love to have this program made, but I myself can't do it. I'm genuinely not smart enough to know how to do code. And I don't have the time currently to sit down and learn how to do it. Oh, about that mine. Okay, yeah, these get really annoying. Got these nitros. Slide into this electric gate. Okay, so I think it's this part here, yeah. So for whatever... No, not this one. Never mind about that part there. I'm thinking of a different level. Let's move one foot here. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to end up having to look for somebody online who can help me do this coding that I want to do. Because, I mean, there is a way I could make it a little easier if I learned how to, like, edit the format and scripting of the rando trackers, what it's called, yeah, it's called emo tracker. I have emo tracker installed on my computer because of that purpose. I figured if I took an emo tracker, I could just edit the files to best fit what I'm looking for to happen. But as you guys can guess, I got a headache trying to do it and I gave up. So hopefully I can find somebody, have some hope to get this to be a reality. Keep running, keep running. Oh, that's an asshole one right there. Dodge here, dodge here. Okay. That. Oh. I don't think those would count as like being destroyed by the boulder, so I'm gonna hit them anyway just in case. And first try. Okay. I think next up is the eel deal. And this one is a level that has another kind of in-your-face hint when it comes to getting the green gem. And I'm not spoiling it because we're right here at the green gem anyway. A special gem hides behind something fake. That's the hint that the game gives you in the Insane Trilogy, but in the base game, you gotta find it on your own. It's literally one thing I don't like about Crash is that some of these hints, like I said before, there is nothing that indicates what you're supposed to do. One especially gets bad in Crash 3. For anyone who knows what I'm talking about, yeah, that. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a level called Agapis Rex. To get to Agapis Rex, you have to have the yellow gem. Now that's not the part that becomes confusing. You have to have the yellow gem, and you have to die to a very specific pterodactyl enemy in the dino level, and you'll be taken to Agapis Rex. Any other enemy that you die from, you lose a fucking life. What point is there to this whole secret? You have to find it yourself. Alright, so this secret here, this one's actually kind of funny. Why would there be a room full of nitro if there was nothing meant to be in here? This wall's fake. They do a similar secret later, but I'm not going to spoil that one. So these eels in the water, they electrified because water is a good conductor of electricity. Science. Okay, this is really stupid here. You have to actually backtrack or you can depth abuse. I'm going to try to avoid depth abuse unless I absolutely have to. And it's looking like we probably don't have to. That was really close. Okay, so when the fake wall comes up here, I gotta be careful because there is nitro. Thankfully the camera is working with me here. I didn't mean to walk into that, but it doesn't matter. There's no more boxes in that area, and I got the green gems, so we don't have to worry about that area anymore. So we can continue on till we last left. But yeah, there's no indication that that is what you're supposed to know what to do. It's just when you like really stop and think about it, it's kind of like, why is there a room full of nitro if I can't do anything in this room? What would be the point of me being here? Was that whole thing? The Agapus Rex one, like I said, I don't understand. How are you supposed to know that this particular pterodactyl does not kill you, and instead takes you to a secret level? You just don't. That's so dumb about it. You have to literally like go against all ways of thinking to better understand how that secret works. At least in Crash 2, there are some secrets that don't make sense, like how you're not supposed to have destroy any boxes to get the blue gem. How that platform's in the middle of the water, that one's actually kind of more obvious in your face. But there are just some that are just in your face obvious, and then there are some that are just, why the fuck is this in the game? How am I supposed to, know to do that? Like I said, I grew up, and I remember growing up never wanted to sing this game because I didn't even know what half these secrets. So we got the level crystal, and go ahead and go back to the split path thing. That's one thing I can praise about Crash 4, which, in case anyone's curious, I'm not a huge fan of Crash 4. Like, I like the game. It's not bad. Just I, myself, am not a big fan of it. I'm talking about Crash 4, It's About Time, which was done by Toys for Bob, not Graphic Vortex. I do happen to be very fond of Graphic Vortex. It's the game I grew up with. But anyway, with Crash 4, It's About Time. I'm not saying it's a bad game, my bad game by any means. Because you can definitely tell Toys for Bob put a lot of work into this. And it looks great. The reason why I'm not a big fan of it is, aside from like the whole thing of you have to like, let the die like this many times and whatever. The difficulty being as difficult as it is. I mean, I'm all for high difficulty in games. It's not a big deal to me. Like, in a way, I don't even know where I was going with that. But the thing about Crash 4 that I do not like is the fact that these boxes are hidden like they are. There are some boxes that are so hidden, you need to look up a guide to know what to do. It should be all 79, yep. But the secrets also, they're not as prevalent. Well, there are secrets in Crash 4. I'm not sure how prevalent or similar to other Crash games that they are. Like, they're not in your face obvious. Like, there is some hints, like how the blue gem is hinted in reference to Crash 2. Because on the wall there is a carving that says this for new boxes.
10 of 25 crystals. You're on your way. I'm running low on power, so communication from this point will be difficult. Remember, I'm counting on you.
The Komodo Bros. Here we go. Direct attacks won't hurt them. So this is Komodo Mo and Komodo Joe. This is their debut game. Komodo Joe would later become a boss in Crash Team Racing. Komodo Mo kind of went to the wayside, but we didn't get much mention of Mo or seen a return of Mo until Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, a remake of Crash Team Racing, which is amazing. And it has all the levels from Nitro Fueled, including all of its Crystal Gem challenges. And some content of its own. But yeah, like, it just kind of weird how you would have Komodo Joe. Yeah, Komodo Joe, but you wouldn't bring back Mo until, like, the remake, but it took all the way till the Nina's Nightmare update to bring back Mo. Yeah, in order to beat Komodo, the Komodo Bros, you have to knock down Joe. You have to let Joe spin until he's dizzy, and then knock Joe into Mo. Really easy boss fight. Alright, so we could go to the third warp room, but what I think I'm going to do is I will go back to Snowgo and get the red gem, and then I will go back and do the red gem path to get the box gem. Just because I can, and because I have enough time. Discover and finish the secret route for a special gem. Bounce on this guy here. Oops. Thought I was gonna die. So yeah, when they have their quills out like that, I believe they're able to like just kill you by touching you. Yeah, they'll kill you by just touching you with their quills out like that. Got some spinning penguins. Ah, missed the life. It's fine. These lives are not that important anyway. I get more as I play. So we're just gonna stop our forward momentum here. Back hit this exclamation point, exclamation point box. Get a second mask. Slide over here. Oh. And jump across. See, there's more lives over here. We got plenty of Wumpa. And all that Wumpa will give us a free life after 100 of them. Oops. Nope! That one I did on my... I'm throwing for content, so you push up the time to 30 minutes. I'm kidding. I don't know how I managed to do that. Related wheel. Keep wheel. Was I think am I mistaken? Like I think I might be mistaken, but I think Peter Quill was Star-Lord's real name from Guardians of the Galaxy. I know his real name is Peter. I don't remember if it's Peter Quill. Too many Marvel characters named Peter, in all honesty. We got Peter Parker. We got Peter Quill. I think his name is Peter. I don't remember, it's been a little while since I've seen Guardians. But it is a really, really good movie. I also watched the sequel. Actually, no, I think I bought the sequel, but I never actually watched it yet. Oh yeah, so while we're invincible, these smashers don't go off. Which is really nice. Nope! See guys, I got got your gamer skills. Jump down and red gem is ours. Hell yeah. Alright, so the rest of this level is just like Snowgo. We don't have to get the box gem again. Thankfully, when you collected the box gem, the level doesn't reset the box gem, just the boxes and the Wumpa. So you can come back and replay levels as much as you want. So if you want to like store up masks and go back and try another challenge, but also have the ability to possibly get have it 2 masks, and if you get another mask, get invincibility. But when you're doing that challenge, you can do that. It's a really nice system. But my thing about Crash 4, it's a great game. I'm not a big fan of it, though. Because part of my problem is not the difficulty, but more or less how they do like backtracking, kind of like their own version of backtracking, which basically would entail that I have to like play a level and then replay the level back at a certain point after knowing what the timeline ripped, or what the thing in the timeline that caused this change in the original level to happen. If they would have just cut it there, that would have been fine. It would have been a better system than what they currently have. But they didn't do that. They instead had you go back and do the level after you've already like done shit. It's really stupid. That's one of my complaints about Crash 4. My other complaint would most definitely be the whole thing that there's no like crash dash. Instead they want you to like mash spin instead. But for these critiques, I want to save it for more or less like what I'm going to be calling one of the 2 episodes of like mostly negative stuff. Not like negative, like it's going to be like a negative video, because there's a lot of positive to Crash 4 that I have. But there is another game that's also like, I'm not a fan of Crash 4, or I'm not a fan of like Crash 4 anymore. Like I liked it when it first came out, but now it just kind of like, meh. But I want to save those for when we do blowing up the cartridges, but like I said before, I want to get a new camera, so when I can get a new camera, I can get back to doing those videos and more about libraries. I want a new camera because my webcam just doesn't really cut it anymore. Doesn't do like what I want it to do. I have to like set it up on something. I don't have like a setup thing I can set up. I don't have a thing I can set it up with my current like placement of everything. Because I'm kind of just like trapped in this corner of my sitting room. For now. Yeah, this is the red gem path. So, a common staple that's in every Crash game, which we did this back when we did the blue gem area, but this is the red gem's path. Which is a bit of a challenge, not gonna lie. But it's not like impossible, it's just kind of challenging. And you can die in this area and not have to worry about that. It's only if their level has a death route, and if you die outside the death route, it'll erase the death route from being able to be accessed. But if you die in the death route, it'll go away. I'm not gonna say nothing happens. You just lose a life, and the death route will be back there available to you when you come back to that spot again. If you're hearing the background noise, don't mind it, it's just my dog, Scout. He's digging at the floor, because he's laying behind the chair, or next to the chair, next to my lamp. Trying to get comfortable to lay down, despite the fact that there's 2 empty chairs over there he can lay in. So he's a weirdo. He's a good boy. So these, yeah, I just want to get like a new camera, everything like hooked up to my Elgato, so I don't have to worry about cords and shit like that anymore. Where I can just universally have a 1 HDMI cord attached to one device that I can stream everything through, record everything through. Whatever you want to say. Okay, this introduces our first dual thing. So we have an automatic and a proximity drop. That crate bridge section is really annoying there. Thankfully we have 2 masks that we can sacrifice one in order to get through. But yeah, we do have to do this area in order to get the box gem. There was some box at the beginning there that we could not destroy if we didn't have the gem, or didn't have the ability to get here. And at the end of it, it's a nitro detonator, so there's no more nitros the rest of this level. I love that mechanic. That's one thing I do appreciate that they did put in the games, was the nitro detonator. Because, as intrusive as nitros can be, they're not like bad about it. Like they could be a lot worse with nitros placements, but they aren't. And I thank them for that. Like you could have a lot more nitro and a lot more what I'm trying to say. Oh, we're doing that again. I love that jump there. We're doing that. We did that again. Oh. Okay, that's actually a death animation, and believe it or not, in the Japanese version, that one was censored. And the reason why is because it was related to like I believe the story was that there was a killer, and the way he left his trademark was he would leave like the victim's shoes there. Might have even included their head. I don't remember the exact story of what I heard, but that's what I heard happened. That's why they had to censor that one. But Crash 3 is also kind of like censored / made easier in the Insane Trilogy version, because in the Power regions, in the original Crash 3, if you spun the wizard enemies, they would lose their robes and be in their underpants, and you have to spin them again to get rid of them. Meanwhile, in America, if you spun them, dead. In the Insane version, they run off of the America's engine, where they just respin once and they're dead. In a way, I kind of appreciate that, but another way, I think it would have been kind of funny to see them do that whole thing. You spin the robe and now you're in your underwear. It's kind of funny. I don't know what it is, but like, people being in their underwear jokes are always funny to me. Similar to like, I got like, you know, fart joke humor, but not to the like point where it's an issue, because I remember back in Spanish class, my teacher was telling us about how she had to take her son to get a shot, and her son was trying to distract her son so he can get his shot done. And on TV on that time, and like specifically like channels like Nickelodeon and stuff at that time, was mostly just toilet humor, and it's only funny to a point. But anyways, yeah, just fart jokes and shit like that, that's funny to me. I don't know why. So we're gonna go hear this intermission up here in this level, or this level's warp room, and then we're gonna end the level, or end the video here. Can't speak. I'll show what happens in the next one with
Good
Coco.
show, Crash. The Komodo brothers obviously lacked your mettle. But now's not the time to get cocky. There are still many crystals to obtain. Remember, the world is counting on you.
What I mean by that is I'll show what happens in the cutscene if you try to use Coco. Because, she actually can't be in those cutscenes. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.